Hey everyone. Okay, so I had quite a few questions, kind of all across the board about hair, and most of them are like myth and truth ones. Some of them are just basic questions. So I'm gonna go through a few. So let's just dive right into it. So I had it was Jessica Good. Hey Jessica. Asked if is it true hair dye takes better to clean hair than dirty? And the answer is in most cases, yes. So if you come to your hair appointment with really, really oily hair, it sometimes will block the color that you're getting done, especially if you're getting deposit color. It's okay to have some natural oils on your hair, especially if you're going to go through highlighting. So like for me, I always get my hair highlighted, and I always wash my hair like the night or day before, and then come to my hair appointment with a little bit of natural oil. And what that does is it basically just kind of protects the hair that's being lifted and bleached. So then there's like a little bit of like a protective kind of band on that. Okay, Kelly Boatsma. Hi, Kelly. You asked, does well water make your hair yellow? And then if so, what products to use? So I get this a lot in Holland because a lot of people that go to Hope or live around Holland can have a lot of well water. In this case, yes, it makes your hair turn yellow because there's minerals in that water. And that tends to like create a buildup in your hair, and so it tends to kind of smell like chlorine or just get really kind of green or like off yellow. So what you can do is get a filter for your shower, or a water filter that you can put in your water to kind of like get rid of a lot of that mineral buildup. Otherwise, you can go to your salons if you don't know how to do that and get like a Malibu treatment. Anna Haney, you asked, how do I keep my hair from getting split ends? Your answer is, well, there's a lot of things you can do. One of them is get regular haircuts. So for you girls with longer hair, if you tend to like, oh, I can push it out, you know, but you get all these split ends, your hair is going to stop growing healthy. It won't stop growing completely, but basically what that does is getting regular haircuts, you will keep trimming off those little breakage pieces and split ends, so then it doesn't keep going up to the hair shaft, and then you get more breakage. So it's super important to do that. Another thing that I like to use, it doesn't completely repair the split ends, but this is a great product. There's others out there, but this is my split end repair. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, it's got ingredients to kind of glue and seal up those split ends on the hair once your hair's dry. So like right now, I'd put it on here, and then that tends to kind of keep that hair sealed so it doesn't continue to keep breaking and going up the hair shaft. Allison Ann 4 asked, does wearing hair up in buns for work increase damage? Yes. So any tension that you're putting on your hair, buns, ponytails, braids, especially when your hair is wet. So it's like a huge no. So like please don't wear your hair up wet. Because what it does is it creates that tension on that hairline and causes breakage around here especially and underneath. So if you can get like scrunchies, or there's this brand of hair tie that's called teleties. They're basically like those coiled hair ties that tend to kind of not put too much tension on the hair so you can wear your hair up a lot. But just make sure that you're not wearing your hair up wet, because that is a huge no-no. What products do I recommend for frizzy hair? So a couple things you can do. Things that do cause frizzy hair are towels. You have to be careful with your towels. So if you can, get like a silk turban or use a t-shirt when you're kind of scrunching your hair after getting out of the shower. That will reduce a lot of frizz for you. Also using smoothing products. So there's a ton out there. You really just have to look at the ingredients. Most of them will say silicone in it, which isn't great for your hair, but it does add a softening effect. If you want to go the healthy route, you need to use products that have oils in it, natural oils that won't just sit on the hair, but will actually moisturize the hair shaft. I'm from Aveda Salon, so of course I'm going to show you some Aveda products, but a favorite one of mine is going to be the Smooth Infusion line. So it's a blue bottle line. Basically, it helps defend against humidity, and it has a bunch of natural oils and ingredients in it that I put in my hair after I get out of the shower. So, yeah. Of course, my dad asked, can I get some more added? Talking about hair. Maddie Vandersell, you asked best shampoos and conditioners for long, thick hair. So if you have color-treated hair, if you really want your hair color to last longer and to stay pretty longer, you need to use that same line of shampoo and conditioner. For if you don't color your hair, you really need to be paying attention to all ingredients that are in there. A big one being you don't want to have a lot of sulfates in your hair or in the shampoo and conditioner. You really, really, really want a lot of natural ingredients, so you really have to pay attention to what's on the back of your shampoo bottles. Really good professional ones would be like Matrix, Pureology, Aveda is my favorite because that's what I use. What's another one? Yeah, I said Pureology, Matrix, Redken. But really just go for those professional hair care. I know I'm a professional and I have to say that, but like for real guys, like it makes a huge difference what you're putting in your hair. Okay, Madison. So, you asked how much money should you spend on quality shampoo and conditioner. I will be making another video about good ingredients and products because it is huge. A lot of people ask me, like, what would you recommend at the drugstore? That is a huge no-no. Like, your hair is an investment. I can't stress that enough, you guys. You can't go cheap on it. There are going to be cheaper ones that are okay to use, but I highly, highly, highly recommend don't buy shampoos and conditioners that are less than 15. Even 15 is pushing it. Like, you want to kind of go close to like between 15 and 20 for like a regular size shampoo and conditioner. If you're going to go for something like big, like these liters, a lot of Aveda products this big run around $40. I know that's a lot. Even up to sometimes 60 depending on the ingredients. So again, it really just depends on the ingredients and the brand. But you really don't want to go cheap on these things, you guys. Annie, you asked, is it possible to thicken thin hair? So this is a big question. Anyone that has fine hair or thinning hair, it is possible to thicken your hair. It's a loaded question, loaded answer for you. So if you naturally come by thin hair, due to genetics, or if you are going through a stressful time in your life and you find that you're losing your hair and it's getting thinner and finer, prone to breakage, there are shampoos and conditioners out there that say that they're thickening and volumizing. So that's one way to get thicker and fuller hair, is to buy just those products. You want a thickening shampoo, a thickening conditioner, and then you also want to use things like root sprays that kind of plump up the root. Mousses are really awesome for this because they naturally give your hair volume without weighing it down, because I know a lot of products for thin, fine hair can weigh your hair down, so like all those natural oils and stuff. So be careful and kind of stay away from that. Heather, you asked questions about biotin supplements. So this is a tricky kind of myth and truth. So basically, there are a lot of supplements out there, you guys, that do not grow your hair. You have to be very careful at, again, the ingredients. It's really just about educating yourself. So if it has things in it like biotin, it helps, strengthen the hair, skin, and nails. Most hair vitamins aren't going to do much. As long as it has biotin, you're fine. But if it's got a lot of added stuff, it's probably not going to do much for you. It really, really, really comes down to eating healthy, drinking lots of water, and getting exercise. That's all I gotta say. They will tie a lot of these hair care stuff, like I think it's like sugar bear hair vitamins. They will tie them to a lot of celebrities to get you to buy them, and they don't do anything. I'm just gonna say it. Baby powder, cornstarch, and dry shampoo. Okay, so if you want to go a healthier route with dry shampoo, baby powder is fine. Cornstarch, not so sure about that one. I feel like it would just kind of clog your hair, your scalp. So I don't think I would use cornstarch. Baby powder is fine. You won't get as much buildup on the scalp. But I will say with a lot of dry shampoos out there, some of them aren't the best, like Not Your Mother's and what was the other one? Batiste. I used to use that one, and it smelled good, but it just doesn't give like good texture. It leaves a really bad film on my hair. So, I mean, you do kind of have to just find what works for you, because really all you just need is some powder to kind of soak up those excess oils so that you can keep going throughout your days without washing your hair. But if you want to try a more natural approach, baby powder is fine. I will say my favorite is, I don't have it here, but Aveda's. It doesn't have all of the extra alcohol from the aerosol cans. That's another thing. Alcohol absorbs oil, so most dry shampoos have alcohol in it, so be careful with that. So ours is naturally derived. I'll have to read the ingredients, but I love it. It's not a spray, so it is kind of hard to get used to. It basically just like you squeeze it and it puffs out. So that's one of my favorites, and I feel like it gives like great volume and texture. Like this is day 3, and I feel like it did a great job. So I love that one. Anyways, okay, coconut oil. Your other question about coconut oil was, is it good to use as a deep conditioner? Yes, this is true. Coconut oil is good, but I only recommend using it for an overnight treatment. I would not, and I repeat, not use it as a heat protectant. So do not heat style your hair if you have coconut oil over it, like a lot of it, because what it's just going to do is when you put that heat, like a flat iron, curling iron, blow dryer, the steam you see is that oil burning. So you don't really want that on your hair. So I know a lot of people are just like super gung-ho about that, but for real, you don't need to use coconut oil that often. If you feel like your hair is really, really dry, just put it on your ends at night, sleep with it in. You're gonna have to wash it out as best as you can. My hair's super porous. I tried leaving it in and then washing it out, and it took me like 4 washes and it didn't even come out. So be careful with that. But yes, coconut oil is in a lot of products, but generously. So if you can find a leave-in conditioner that has coconut oil in it and other ingredients, that's actually going to probably be even better. You also asked, does scratching your hair promote growth? No. So I know a lot of people think that they can do a lot of things to their scalp and it can magically grow. Really, again, if you're eating healthy, having exercise, drinking lots of water, shampooing that buildup off your scalp after a while is going to be key. Brazilian blowout myths and facts. Okay, so this is a really favorite topic of mine because I've been doing Brazilian blowouts for a couple years now. I'll just kind of go over it a little bit with you. But basically, it is a treatment that you can get done for shinier, smoother, easy to style hair. So a lot of myths about Brazilian blowouts are it is damaging and it's not good for your hair, or another big one is it permanently strains your hair. So these are all false. There are some people out there that don't know how to do Brazilian blowouts correctly. So there can be like some dryness or breakage, but it's not going to be a lot. And if they're doing it incorrectly, all it's going to do is not seal that product into your hair. So you don't have to worry about that. So it won't damage. It's actually supposed to help. So a fact about it is it really does help blow dry time. So if you have a lot of hair like me and it's really like that it takes forever to blow dry, this product really, really helps blow dry faster. It also adds a ton of shine to your hair and it keeps it healthy longer. Let me know if you have any questions on these things. I hope it was educational. So yeah.